So this is it. I'm 35 years old, and this is what my so-called mother. I don't know why I'm saying so-called mother. This is what Pedro has done with a family of family of four children. If it was Lola, Lola would be down the bin. Titi, not to speak of anybody else's life, my life especially. Titi's not doing anything. Thomas is not doing anything, and it's not because of their own fault. It's because of my mother. And look at my life now. And now she's turned into a white benefit scrounger, saying, you can go and make it. I want you to go and make it. Figure out on your own. Sitting on the sofa with her wet vagina and her wet thighs, reading Bible and watching television and doing nothing, watching EastEnders and going back to DWP and coming home and not doing anything for herself or anything for her family or anything for her children. How is anybody meant to make it in this country alone? How is anybody meant to make it anywhere alone? How is anybody meant to make it in Nigeria alone? How does anything get done? How am I meant to lift everything and do everything on my own? So she decided to destroy my life, my adult life, my prime life. I'm 35 years old. This woman who was having children from when she was in her late 20s to her 30s, she was having us. And now she's saying that she wants me to make it on my own. You can just do it on your own. And she hopes that I will be okay. She is delusional and she's crazy and she's weird, Dad. She's delusional and she's crazy and she's weird. She should be beaten to a bloody pulp for what she has done to the family and to the way that she's destroyed them. She thinks that you are the culprit and that you are the biggest villain. She's now the biggest villain because since 2007, it's become almost 20 years. She's done absolutely nothing. All those days, all those times, hasn't supported us in any way. No intervention, no sitting down and helping us decide college, helping us decide university, helping us to learn how to drive, helping us get a car, how to negotiate, how to get a car, going to real estate agents, how to speak to the council, get a council house, move in, blah, blah, blah. All of these things, they don't take long. They take examination, they take observation, they take practice, but they don't take long. And meanwhile, me, Titi, and Thomas are running around, scattered to the wind, listening to every spirit in the wind, not knowing where to buy, how to buy, who to talk to, where to speak to, getting weird responses from people, having to deal with the same responsibilities at work and the responsibilities of social and life, having no friends, running here and there all over London. London is a city with 10 million people, running here and there. One friend in Stockwell where we used to know, one friend in Thamesmead where we know, one friend in Croydon, one friend in Uxbridge, one friend all over the place. So we don't have a normal life and we don't have a normal family like everybody else. We don't have normal things like everybody else. Barrenless and depraved Christmases. She's completely lost any kind of Nigerian sense that she has in her brain. She's completely lost it. She hasn't done anything since. The only thing she's been doing for the last 20 years is rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tatting and speaking to Tayo's mum about the house that she's building in Nigeria for herself and anything that is to do with the future or Bissy or Rosemary or Titilayo or Thomas. Nothing has done. Nothing has come or produced out of her since. We've been in bedrooms, stuck, not wondering why we're stuck and why we're sick, getting autistic, growing autistic in a bedroom room. Lola hasn't even come to try and rescue us. Lola hasn't even come to try and save us. Dad hasn't come to try and save us, to knock the door and think, what's going on in this family? Why is Bissy going to a hospital or to a ward? Why is this happening? What's going on here? Coming to the house, seeing how sick it is from top to bottom. House is rotting down, broken down. The old bathroom is a mess. It's dirty, it's rotting in. There's all weird pictures of Jesus Christ. But Pedro is walking up and down saying that she's speaking in tongues and she's speaking weird languages. The whole house is sick. And I'm meant to think that, because London is expensive, I have to live with my parents. I'm hearing other people saying, yeah. I live with my parents. I live with my mum. And in the meantime, no one is helping me, thinking, your situation is not like ours. You need to go and get a social house. You need to go and get a council house. You need to separate yourself from your family. You need to mentally heal because the family is dysfunctional anyway. And Lola will be walking around with John and John's sister and helping her sister, go and get a house here and go and do this. We'll be talking to Stephanie and helping Stephanie get this and Stephanie get that. And meanwhile, for her own sisters, she's vacant and she can't do anything. She's a ghost. Instead of her to be like, you guys, you two, you sisters, you brother, I can't see you lose your life like this. I can't see you lose your life in your 20s and in your 30s and rot away like this in the house. I have to help you. I have to help you get independence. Whether it's to help you learn how to drive, teach you a little bit about a car, teach you about a home, how to get a house, speak to dad, let dad come and help you and figure this out and figure that out. It's like, figure that out. She's completely disappeared. She's disappeared into the Kent clouds. And I went to go and meet my dad in 2013 to go and sit down and to go and meet with him and ask him, what's going on? How have you changed? What can you do for me? How you help me? And nothing was done. Nothing was said. And I went to a hospital. My dad didn't even visit me in the hospital or visit me or say, right, I'm taking you out. I'm coming to help you. The whole family has become like an autistic ghost being. No one is speaking. No one is doing anything. No one is active. No one is vocalizing. No one is arguing. No one is doing anything except I don't know. I don't talk. I don't. They're not even acting Nigerian. They're not even African. The whole family has become like a Kent ghost cloud, doing absolutely nothing and vacant. And I have suffered the most because of Peju's witchcraft, her suspicious, her hysteria, her hatred. She doesn't like dark skin. She doesn't like my father. And in the same time, she'll be salivating over my dad and talking about how she wants a strong man and how she needs my dad and how blah, blah, blah. And in the same breath, she doesn't like him anymore. She doesn't like me because I look like my father. Digging combs into my head as a child, listening to all kinds of voodoo and witchcraft and superstition, and then at the same time reading Bible. You know what? Bible is not for you, Peju. Bible is not for you. You need psychological help and you need education and you need beating. That's what you need. The Bible and Christianity is not for you. It's not for sick people like you. You need to be corrected, okay? Because I have a severe bald patch, a bruise in my scalp because of you. I have sheer lack because of you, because of your neglect and your lack of parenthood and your lack of motherhood, your lack of cleanliness. And you know what will be closer to your Bible worshipping would be to actually to go out and clean yourself, to go out and wash. You know that cleanliness is closer to godliness than any of the Bible reading that you're doing. You know, if you actually will stop lying out of your snake mouth to every Akinola family that will listen to you, because your lies are old and the events are old. Everybody has moved on. Dad has a new wife and a new child and a whole new life. And you are almost 70 years old, still lamenting and still talking about this marriage that died years ago. You've had plenty of time to move on, find a suitable husband, find a suitable life, a right living, do up your hair, your face, your body, your house, your children, and go and thrive and prosper and do something else. You've had plenty opportunity. And instead, you still harp on about what happened 20 years ago. Meanwhile, your children is the evidence of what you are able to produce and your lack. Because at least, even though Kende was a bully, we were able to be excellent in school, have high grades, and have somewhat of some kind of respect. Whereas with you are the filth and the tramp and the gutter that likes to revert everybody back to the pre-African ages when people were eating poo out of their hand. That's you. Peeing in kitchen utensils that's made for washing up, your kitchen bucket that's made for washing up, doing things that are depraved. That's you. We're meant to be a people moving forward. We're meant to be a family in the United Kingdom, a Nigerian family in the United Kingdom, and then we're also meant to be a 21st century Nigerian. And you are somebody who is so depraved and whose mind is so in the past. You've made everybody sick and you've made me sick. And instead of you to give me what is owed to me, my money, because let me tell you something. Your mother knows that you owe me money. And even Dad's mom knows that you owe me money. Because I'm the only child that has met both grandparents and both families of both my mother and my father. Even though you abused me and beat me, I met both of them. And you have done absolutely nothing in my life. You have given me no financial help in my life whatsoever. I've had to beg even councils and schools and foundations to help and aid me, whereas you have done absolutely nothing as my biological mother and parent here in the United Kingdom. You are forbidden, because if you was in Nigeria, you'd be dragged across the street and beaten almost to death for what you have done to your children and what you've done to your family. A woman who has so much potential, who was in Warner Brothers Studios in 2014, who was at some of the meeting and shaking hands with celebrities and actors and entertainers, have brought me so low to this place because you are a monkey and you have a monkey brain. You are forbidden, but you are forbidden and for shame. High standard, high educational students, me with my A stars, and even Thomas with his Imperial. It wasn't because of you. Even Titilayo, it wasn't even because of you. It was because we were hard workers, because we knew that we were poor and we could not depend on our parents. And look at where and how low we sunk into because of the both of you. Because of the both of you. How can you sleep at night, being 60, almost 70, and you have a house of your head, and your children do not? Your children have not even seen a real home or a real house. Your children haven't even gone to Nigeria. One of them hasn't even gone to Nigeria since 2014. How can you both sleep at night? One has a whole new family and house, and the other one has a rotten house, a rotten house in London, and another house in Nigeria built by her ex-husband. And both of you are sleeping peacefully at night. Meanwhile, I don't have a house. We don't have a house. Your children don't have houses. Your children don't even have houses in Nigeria. Your children haven't even been to Nigeria in years. How can you sleep at night and think that your job is done and think yourself a parent? And you, Pedro, have the audacity to fold your hands and say, hey, you do it on your own and you figure it out, okay? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Because you think that it's your parents, your children that will bury you. Pedro, you are building bricks on your head if you think that you've gotten away with this. Because you are a witch. Because you are wicked. Because you are wicked. Wicked. You are building bricks on your head if you think that your God and your Bible will save you. Because it's not through reading Bible, it's through your action. It's through your action. Your prayer and your Pastor Chris is not going to save you from the evidence of your children and your third child the most. If you was in Nigeria, you will be beaten to shame. This is one of the most privileged Nigerian society that we will ever experience in our lives. One of the most advanced Nigerian societies that I should be a part of. Because when I went to Nigeria, I saw it. I should be a part of, and I should be partaken in with my own wealth. And I'm not able to see it and have it because of you and because of because of Kende, because of both terrible parents and both terrible upbringing with no future or foresight in mind. No thinking of the future. No thinking of the future. No thinking of the impact. No thinking about what this means to be Nigerian, what this means to be black, what this means to be descendants of transatlantic slavery, what this means to have a family born in the United Kingdom with the privileges of not being enslaved, of having education at the very minimum, and then taking that wealth to your own country and seeing your own country prosper and thrive, and being part of the debate and part of the conversations there. But you have no pride. You don't have no pride. You have no pride in your own blackness. You have no pride in your own Nigerianness. You have no pride as a mother. You have no pride as a parent. You have no pride as a citizen. You have no pride. You are for shame. Because you are acting and a pretender. You are for shame. For shame. Hiding behind your Bible and your wig and your divorce, saying that you're something. You are nothing. You are nothing.